Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Corinne. If you're new here, Corri_fit on Instagram. And I'm back with a new video. Unfortunately, I couldn't upload last week because in Belgium we have our finals studying going on, so we have the entire Christmas break and plus to study for our exams, which are this week, next week, and a week after. So it's all a bit crazy and hectic, but here I am coming through. I'm not lying if I didn't tell you I cleaned up my room a little bit, or at least the stuff you guys can see before I filmed this video, because I didn't want it to be a bit distracting. But that's my desk area where I study. Like, if you would see more to the left, you would see I have some empty dishes that I need to clean up, but I'm a college student trying to study for her exams, so who cares. And I did make my bed. There was a pile of clothes like tucked right behind the closet there. I'm not gonna show you, but I'm not perfect. I'm a huge mess. So this video is basically a bit about how my study and productivity method works and how my goal setting is going, and I thought I would bundle it up into one video. Like, I'm very excited. Normally I sit down for these kind of videos, but I've sat down on my butt the entire day studying, so I thought I might as well just do this one standing and dancing, standing and dancing. I also put on a dress. I mean, it's just a t-shirt, a baggy t-shirt dress. I'll show you. Baggy t-shirt dress. Because I've been sitting in my sweatpants and the most comfortable study sweater ever. Let's start with productivity. How do you call it? Like, productivity method? I think it's method. So let's start with productivity method. So I already shared this on my Instagram via a reel, and it will come into an upcoming post, but I use the 25-5 method, where it's 25 minutes of studying and 5 minutes break, and I often do that break dancing to High School Musical. And I'll have this really cool dance offs with me, myself, and I, and then I get back on it. I do turn my Wi-Fi off and my mobile phone, you know what I mean, that gives you the internet, because then I won't be tempted to look at notifications, because even though I would like press on my screen, it would say I don't have any notifications because they're not coming in, which for me is a great tool to stay on track, because I cannot put my phone away. I just can't. Right, it works for the first hour and then it just all goes to waste. I used to, like, with every notification check it, so I turned my Wi-Fi off this time. It's the first time I'm doing it, and I've never been so productive without my Wi-Fi turned on my phone. How do you call it, the little moon thingy? It doesn't work because you can still see you got in notifications when you tap on the screen. Just won't blow up your screen, because you can still see that you've got some, and I'm like a tapper. I used to also like study for an hour or two and then wanted to go on a break, but every time, like in my third session, I would just quit after 30 minutes because it was still a long time ago and I was just not feeling like it. While with the 25-5 method, I mean, after 10 minutes it's only 15 minutes left, so it's not much, so you know you can have a break real soon and you won't quit as fast. Now, this is not very ideal for every single subject. We have like this Excel kind of subject where one exercise will take like 45 minutes. So I sometimes bundle it, sometimes I don't. It really depends. So you gotta see what works for you, because not every method works for you. Like, I have plenty of friends who take 0 breaks. I'm like, I can be lucky if I can study 6 hours in a day. I'm like, so that's basically what I'm doing to study efficiently. I also have like one piece of paper where my exam dates are on, and every chapter I need to do per subject, or every assignment I need to do per subject during these study times, which keeps me like an overall view of what is done and what needs to be done. So that's basically what I do for studying. I thought I would give you those tips for any of your next exams. I know not all exam periods are in the same time, so don't worry, you can apply them later. Okay, let's get into the goal setting. So grab my book. So each year I try to set goals and I try to achieve them. Obviously not every goal is realistic that I've said before, because every year I put in as a goal to do a pull-up, but I never actually worked on them. Especially last year was gonna be my pull-up year, but then gym's closed, you know. I did really work on my pull-ups though. And everyone is like, oh, you can go to a park and do a negative pull-up. Honey, I'm not even strong enough to do a negative pull-up, so anyway, I use a bullet journal to write down my goals. I obviously have goals for my brand, which is Corrifitfam, which is basically just a personal brand. Like, it's just my Instagram and my YouTube talking to you guys. So I split them up into Instagram, YouTube, and fitness and food, which is more like my personal thing. And I came to realize as I was writing those things down, I have one main goal, and if I don't make any of the other goals work, but I can hit this one main goal, I'll be super happy, and that is to fix my relationship with food. I don't look like I have issues with my food intake. I don't like to call it the eating disorder because I don't feel 100% I do. I just have issues, which is probably basically the same. I do know I have issues with food. I eat out of boredom and I eat when I'm in a social distress, which basically is just like social environments that stress me out, where if I don't talk, I eat, which is a very bad habit, but trust me, it is one. Fixing my relationship with food is my #1 goal, so I put it at the top of the list. I also will try and talk about it as much as possible on here and on Instagram, just to make people like go like on that journey with me. And currently these past few days I've been doing quite alright, especially after the holidays. I use this method of always giving myself a 3-day buffer, which means if I went off track for a longer period of time, for me it's very hard to get back on track. So in those 3 days I try to eat as clean as possible, but probably one meal a day won't be as healthy as the others. Probably not 100% bad either, or I eat just too much, something like that, and it's fine. Like in those buffer days, I make it part of the plan, and that lately really helped me out, like having those buffer days. And then what helped me out as well, so tip #2 is I don't weigh myself after going off track for a longer period of time. So I waited for like 1 week after, 1 week and a half, 2 weeks after I went off track for a couple of days, I weighed myself for the first time again, and I just had no weight loss, no weight gain. So I was super happy, because after holidays everyone mostly puts on weight, which is most water weight anyway, so that's why I wait a week to measure myself again. So I was happy I didn't gain any weight. I didn't need to lose weight, because currently I just feel good with the whole process I'm doing, so I'm not as set on weight loss as I was. I think I just changed my whole mindset. Like, you can tell by my goal setting, my goal used to be like have so many subscribers and so many followers, and now my goals are just like I want to build relationships on YouTube and Instagram, and I think that's important. If you want to go into YouTube or Instagram, like become an influencer, I think it's important to establish relationships first before you start thinking about the numbers, because what are numbers anyway without engagement? I split it up into categories. I write them down, and apparently writing them down makes you more likely to achieve them, and apparently telling them to others as well. So this is me telling my New Year's resolutions to you. Dear YouTube, for my goals for 2021, for Instagram, I want 10 good established Instagram relationships. For YouTube, I just want to make sure I do weekly updates. Sorry, already failed on that one, but I calculated this one in my next exam period, so I'm good. Part of the plan. For fitness and food, my main goal is to fix my relationship with food. And then I have some others. I want to run 20k. I know I can do that. I just want to work out consistently. Once again, I want to do a pull-up. I want to know how to learn prep efficiently. I think I did that well yesterday. I did my first meal prep of the year. That went pretty fluently. I only did 1 hour, I think. But I only do lunch and dinner. I make my breakfast on the go. And I want to do a handstand push-up. And then I think my second most important thing, but it came to my mind later, was to be confident in my own body. which I feel like I have been learning this past few days. I think I've created a set of friends who are super supportive and very nice, and that helps so much to have an environment that is supportive and nice and doesn't take you down, only builds you up. Anyway, that was a bit like a short goal setting thing, because I feel like these videos mostly take on too long. Like, I just want to share my goal setting and how it works for me, and I just wanted to catch you up on my productivity exam period. This probably will be a short video, but I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye guys, see you next time, hopefully in a week, but it might be two.